Makes sense.
Tez, good to have you. We're going to do an advanced class, but it's okay if you're brand new. That's fine. Generally, you want to be a heavy. We're doing artillery, and we're also going to be discussing traps and tactics for setting up kill zones for people.
And the augments you said again, gravity
When they
lift?
walk, I would recommend gravity lift, overdrive, engine cooling, because we're also going to go up in elevation to where we increase our range considerably and lower our range considerably if we want to.
Okay.
Like the Ekis, if you play in the crater, it's 100 feet down, 100 meters down, and so you can pull. You're actually firing around 500 meters. It's some fun stuff when you start doing direct fire from a low distance. It just literally comes over the edge and will hammer face.
All right, let me see. So I've got, just making sure that I'm in fact recording this. Yeah, it's recording. We got the correct view, so I guess whenever you want to start, I can start it.
Okay, I'll go off of your start.
Okay, let's see. Well, then here we go.
Listen up, Rebel. Read the mission brief carefully.
What's up, fellas? We're killing each other?
Don't you get us in trouble. All right, we're in...
This is an artillery and a heavy class? Yeah, there's going to be one AI in here, so if you want to pick on the one, that's
well,
it.
He's getting frisky. He's getting frisky with me. Thank you, Tezo. You saved my life, sir.
Okay. So the basics of artillery are pretty easy. What we're doing here is we're discussing how to set up artillery, and then we'll discuss heavy tactics for setting up kill zones. What you want to do is, if you're in the heavy right now and you have artillery already loaded, you'll see, boy, he is moving in fast, isn't he?
He is going to come directly at us and harass us, yeah.
I'll run AI control.
No, right?
Anyway, so if you look at your screen, you have a degree sign that goes all the way down to 30 degrees. Okay, what I want you to do at the same time is to raise your right arm all the way straight up, and you'll notice that it lines up with where you're basically targeting. This comes in handy when you're doing defensive measures, because if you look left, if you go northeast and you look at the building, you'll see there's the tower right there. You can fire on, and you notice that you take damage.
Hello.
But anything between you and that tower will be decimated.
Okay.
So basic range of your artillery strike is 130 meters. Everything within that kill zone is going to get hurt. Everything within 100 meters is going to be dead. Scouts, assaults, heavies won't die as long as they've got full damage. So you have to fire. You notice that tower over there is about 600 meters. That's a little bit close. You mostly aim for something that's about 950. So once you find it, you move to kind of that position, get about 950 meters back, and then once you line that up, you can fire one away, and it should go right about on the other side of it. So how you do accuracy in here, if you'll notice, you have an elevation gauge on your far right over by where your right arm is, where the right artillery is.
Right.
You notice it says around 20, 21, 25. If you jump you notice it'll increase to about 30, 34.
Yep.
What you do is you add the elevation, that number on the right, to the number that is directly in front of you on your meters out. As long as you're in direct fire, that plus that will equal to wherever you're going.
Okay.
That's about 1,400 meters. That's a little too far. If you want to get that far with your artillery, you have to be doing direct fire, which is about 45 meters, 45 degrees to about 30 degrees.
Gotcha.
Okay, so you can at the most do about 1,100, and then you can add in your elevation. So if you're 100 in elevation, you'll get 1,200. If you're 1,200, you'll get 13. If you're 400 meters up, you'll get 15. So you need to get really high to do that. The nice thing is you can augment a jump loadout, and I'll show you how to do that over here. We are going to be climbing, so we need to find some place to jump. You always go for the highest tower. You kind of be aware of wherever you're at.
I'm a stuck terrier.
You notice I'm up here behind you now. There you go. Aim for the crack. Yep, almost.
All I see is black screen.
Yeah, it's nice we have such a large protection detail down there. There you are. All right. So one of the things that you're doing is, like I said before, you're going to jump up to here, and you're going to climb at this. I explained what a elevator is in my maneuvering classes. So that puts us up about another 100 meters. Okay. So once you get that high, being difficult. There she goes. So now you can go out to about 1,500.
I'm working on it.
Kind of like the same thing of doing what a sniper does.
Yeah. There we go.
So you just get up to any one of these buildings. You figure out things you can jump up, and basically you just keep trying to get higher. And that'll allow you to bombard from a very large distance.
All right.
If you can put momentum on your direct fire and put it around 30 degrees, you can get a little bit further. That'll allow you to do about another 100 meters at the most. Oh no, it's going to go way over that. But in general, the direct fire is your most... the thing is, it's about 6 seconds travel time, whereas normal bombardment... So I'll need to adjust out here for you to be able to see this one better.
But just to clarify,
this will be a
when you're
side
saying
view.
direct fire, you mean 30 degrees or 45?
All right.
Oh, my mic was
It's
off.
not going to
Sorry.
take me
When you
much
say-
for you to kind of be able to see.
When you say
Go
direct
ahead.
fire, you meant that's 30 degrees or 45 degrees? Which one was direct fire?
45 degrees
45.
down. There's a range that you have that goes from about 950 meters all the way up to about 1,100 meters. That'll allow you to hit a target in 6 seconds instead of 12.
Okay, but when you say direct fire, you mean
So-
45 degrees.
Like, yeah, and here's if you you're kind of away from me, right? You're a little bit off. You got a side view of this. Okay, so this right here is about 830. I need to go a little bit further out for you to be able to really see a difference. That's good. Yeah. Fire and ask questions. That's all okay. Where's the tower?
Oh,
1,300. Thought I had something that was 15. 7,
yeah,
8.
that's adding the altitude, huh?
Yeah. When you add the altitude, it's a big difference. Okay, that's 8. Then you go a little bit further back. All right. It's weird when you go range to try to hit something. $14. There we are. Okay, 970 meters. Perfect. Okay, so this is direct fire. Now you can count out the time on this. I am 23 feet up, so it's going to go a little bit over the top.
Yeah.
But as you can see, that was right there at it.
Yep.
Like I said, you're adding the range plus the elevation, whether it be or minus the elevation if it's in the negative. It's just a math problem on your screen. Okay, so this is the other option. Now, let's say you know you have a heavy right there and you want to hit it at the exact same time so they can't dodge. So you can couple direct fire with ballistic travel, which takes about 10, 11 seconds. So you start with, let me get it up there. All right, so this one is going to be fired ballistic. That's the target. And those should hit approximately the same time. Or pretty darn close.
Yeah, nice.
Well, but here's the thing. That just wiped out any heavy. Heavies can take one hit very well without any issue.
Yeah,
2 hits, no. 2 hits will take everything out in 135 meters. It's just gone. So, but the ballistic is good for timing things out and doing base bombardment. Also, a lot of people are going to try to turn to do a bombardment. So, like they're gonna map out the trajectory, and let's say it's about 900 meters out. So oh, sorry, I got to reset. So if you're trying to put up a wall in front of somebody else, you just fire off, set your range, and shoot that in, and it creates a nice looking wall. But when you're turning, you're actually losing a lot of your accuracy. So you do what's called strafing. This is taking your left joystick and just pressing to the side. That way you can be a lot more accurate over an area. And you can walk that diagonal, you can walk that horizontal, you can do all kinds of things when you set it up. You can make it to where it is a circle going around somebody by playing with your elevation and your left trigger to move around. You do not have to use your right to do any targeting or centering whatsoever. So, like, I'm going to go around this now. I'm going to do a circle around it, but I'm not going to touch it. Okay. It's going to be a little bit off. It'll be more of a U. So now you really didn't hurt anything that was on top of that. If your guys escaped up and they just jumped, everything around them would be killed and nothing would be killed in the center as long as they jumped.
Nice.
Because remember, there's 2 directions you can go. If you go 130 meters up, you'll still be out of the blast. Sometimes running is not the only way. Okay. So now we're going to talk about setting up a trap.
Okay.
So everybody's in a reinforcer, right?
There are some
Indeed, yes,
people here that don't have access to them yet, but they're watching.
That's cool. No issues. All right. So when you're setting up a trap, what you mostly want to do is you are attractive. You're the prettiest target on the board because you're essentially defenseless. So what you want to do is you want to back away from your shooting area a little bit, figure out something that's about 200 meters apart. So you have crates over here, you have these box things, you have the tower, all kinds of stuff. You want it out of somebody's view. And you don't want it to trigger until they come around that corner and they're in range of you and one of the things that you're going to be firing at.
Bots shooting at you there.
You go up against something, you put it down. And you don't want it to be in fire for them. So the nice thing is that bot is going to go after that. He's going to keep trying to shoot at it. So now you look back at that other trap, you see the side that it's on, and you're going to put something else right over here that's not going to be visible to the same people as they approach. The best thing is you do have to wait for your cooldown. It's about 45 seconds. You can kill yourself and you can respawn and then you can drop your turret faster because then it's only about 20 seconds instead of about 5. And
So
then the
can you
last one you
spawn
put
multiple
down
turrets?
is something... Oh yeah, we can spawn 3 of them. Okay, and so the last one will be visible, but you want them to focus on this one. This is your visible turret that it's kind of the temptation for them to walk up and think that you're defenseless. And usually in the time that they come over and they actually take out one, you'll be able to drop it immediately when the others start to fire on them. There you go. Now, this is something that happens on a regular basis. A lot of people will call it cheating, but it's it'll appear inside of something that you come up against because it's not flush. Also, if you notice, I'm focusing it. I started pinging him or pinging in his immediate area, and that focused all the turrets on him at one time. You don't want to get up against it because then that's when you'll trigger an invincible turret or the turret will just fall through and you'll lose usage. You back off a little bit and then you put it down. And sometimes it'll still be side. You just... A lot of times you're in a hurry to do it and you just can't perfect on placement. You press them, and all the in the immediate area will focus on that mech.
Nice.
Another good trick is, if you are the closest target to that mech, all the turrets, the AI at least will focus on you, and the turrets there's put away. It's one of the reasons why you do it so far away.
Sorry, you broke up a little too much to understand.
The other
Could you
traps...
say that again? You're the closest target?
Okay. So you want to be the closest target to the AI so that the turrets won't be killed.
Okay. That came through.
So when you're setting a trap up, you want to be the target. You are the target. If you want to set up another target and then step behind it, that's fine too, because you can always redeploy your equipment. By the time you set this stuff up and somebody walks into your trap, you'll be able to you'll have the ability to deploy it again. You can always lose one turret, but you can't lose 2 or 3. And it's a kill zone. It's a perfect kill zone. I mean, It's difficult with the phos beams. Once they're all lined up on somebody, it'll just burn them down. Now, there is one other thing on setting up traps. You notice all these are on the ground. And like I said before, we're going to be jumping in here. So, a fast way to take out your turrets is to bombard yourself. Inbound on this position in our area. It's going to come down right about there. You might want to move. That's where it's coming down. 130 meters back. There it goes. Okay. So, if you want to jump and place something, and you want it to be a trap, once again, it needs to be out of their sight. You can place it high up. High up stuff is easy to target unless it's behind them. And I'm stuck. I hate falling in this hole. It does happen every once in a while.
Yeah.
It's all right. I'll need somebody to come stand on me.
I see a carrot inbound. I don't know if he's coming to help you or not.
It's all right. Yep. You'll just need to stand on the other side of me and push me out of the hole. I can move, get a little bit of movement. Well, actually, this is a fine place to put it down. Okay, so this is a place that's not very visible. There we go.
Oh, you popped yourself out. All right.
Yep. Okay, so right up here, you can put a turret up there, and they can't see it until they walk into it. It's behind them. So unless somebody bombards it or sets off an EMP, and that's the reason why you also put them about 200 meters apart. You want a good spread, or as much as possible, even if it's concealed, because if somebody sets off an EMP, they're going to go down for 15 seconds. Anyway, anybody have a question about traps and tactics?
That's pretty
Not
good.
myself, sir.
Yeah, you covered it pretty well.
Okay.
See, I'll have to.
Anybody have any
rewatch-
questions about artillery?
I'll have to rewatch the artillery section a few times just to get all the math, but that does make sense.
I don't
There were some.
I
People
don't have
that
the
came up
artillery
with
yet,
plans.
but I do have some. I have some good foundational information for it
Cool.
when I
I'm
unlock
sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
I missed it. What was the difference between the two types of firing that brings the missiles at different speeds?
The ballistic and the direct. So the direct
Yes.
is all the way forward. Anything less than about 50 or 45 degrees. You notice the degree sign on your artillery above the actual meters where it's targeting. Okay, so anything below about 45, you'll notice the forward cant of your artillery.
Yes.
Everything down to about 979 or so is delivering a direct fire. The difference is the
Okay, I see what you
ballistic
meant.
fire. Yep, the ballistic fire will go about 900 right there, but it's going to go on an upward arc. I fired that one, and it's actually going to beat the other one.
I see.
They
And with the
arrive
direct
about
fire,
the
are you
same
more? Are you just? It's just straight the numbers still, or are you aiming more with your guns a little bit more to get the direct fire spacing? I guess.
I'm pitching them forward. That, like I said,
Okay.
if you do it first at about 45 degrees, that'll allow to run on target in about 6 seconds, where the other one takes about 11, 12.
Thank you. I was unclear on that part.
No problem.
Can someone send me a picture of what the artillery UI looks like? Because it sounds like it looks different
So
than the standard shooting stuff.
yes, it does. One of the things I'm gonna do here after we wrap up is I'm gonna post this short video, and I will put the link in Discord so you can see it if you want.
Okay, neat. That
But
works.
it's a slider
All right.
up and down. Yeah.
And the elevation thing is it's pretty easy. You get to the highest point, and you're able to toss it a little bit higher. If you notice, the other side of this map over here has some really high elevation stuff. It's actually pretty easy. You just press the ping on him. Every turret that's here will laser him immediately. One is really easy to defend. But like, so that one's 900 meters out for right there. Once again, and you tilt forward, come back out as you're doing it. And you want to stay maneuvering. You want to basically walk left or right around the map, and then stop and correct every once in a while. And it's mostly just targeting something, knowing where it's at, trying to match the movement. If you are firing on a moving target, you want to try to match their movement and then fire a little bit ahead of them. Yep. Perfect direct arc. Look at that. That's beautiful. All right. Now I'm not very good at this one because this is an artillery class. I don't actually do this one very often. I usually use jump classes. If anybody would like to stick around for some basic maneuvering, I'll do a basic jump class too.
Sure.
For that one, let's go to we'll go and exit out of this one, and we'll go to a crossing map. Or
Oh, you guys
or
are gonna
best
try to
yet,
get on top of the dam? Is that what's
junkyard.
gonna happen?
You
We
want
can exit
junkyard?
real quick.
No, that's advanced maneuvering. Yeah, let's do junkyard.
Okay, I'm gonna set up a junkyard just like this, so be watching for it there. All right, leaving now.
Okay.